Test 11 we completed the digitally signed author request. We understand like yeah, if we are not updating the correct certificate, we can see a invalid signature message in the response. And how that request flows digital signature we discussed in the digital signature section. Yeah, so now let's discuss test number 12, that is with digital signature settings. So let me go to Ping Federate. It's a small session, like I'll show you. Let me close the tracer also. Let's go to connection, open some Salesforce connection. We have very limited option there, but we need to understand what are those options, so that like yeah, you can troubleshoot or you can just do at the beginning. So you can see you have here like digital signature setting. So under signature policy you have three options. First is it talk about the required digitally signed author request, true or false, we discussed in the previous section. We have two more options here, like always sign assertion or signed response as required. So it depends on the application that what exactly they are looking. They want us to PingFed to always sign the assertion, or they just want the signed response as required. When it required, only sign that time. So it depends on the application to application, and based on that you need to do the configuration here. Okay, now in digital signature setting, if you can see here, like let me open this. So you have here like cn=test.com, something that basically we created a public key, correct? So and basically we are using this public key, like basically we are just creating a digital signature and then just signing this request, response, and then sending to the Salesforce. Okay, so basically Ping Federate is just have one pair of key, and then yeah, like it just basically just first create a hash of that message, and then just use a private key to create a digital signature. First encrypt that with a private key to basically create a digital signature, and then basically sending the digital signature along with this response to the application. Now along with digital signature, if you want this, you can see there are two options here. First is like include the certificate in the signature key info element. So what is happening, like I'll say in single sign-on or like in any request response, like application is the controlling part, right? We are not the controlling. What we are doing, we are just trying to understand the requirement, and then we are fulfilling that if that is something possible. If not, if it is not possible, we can just directly talk to application team and tell them, hey, this is not possible and we can't do. So basically we are not sitting at the controlling point. We are sitting at the, like you can say, the applying the configuration, applying the policy, applying that authentication mechanism, but the application who controls. So in terms of signature verification, in terms of digital signature, these options the application wants needs to tell us, right? If they don't know also, you need to try these all options to see if that something helping you to fix any problem. So here if you can see that you have like a certificate through which you are just basically just using for the signing, and you are sending this public key to the receiver also, right, to the application. So in this case you have two options here, like first include the certificate in the signature key info element, and you have other option is include the raw key in the signature key value element. So the two value, key info, key value. In key value you're trying to include the raw key, and in the key info you're trying to include the certificate in the signature. So we can just see these options in the response, but yeah, you need to understand like what these options are doing, and again it depends application to application. In many of the cases they don't need this value to be passed in the response. And then you have the signature algorithm, like yeah, you can choose from here, like we have chosen RSS R256. Now let's see, like let's open the application quickly. Let's open Salesforce, or let me copy the SP initiated only. Go to the private window, incognito window, open the tracer, and let's access this. Let's put like anything test3.example. Okay, let's give a password. What happened? Test3.example. I think we have a user with this ID, I think, OpenDJ. Yeah, I think test3.example we have. Okay, sorry, password I mistaken. It should be test3.example only. Okay, so after authentication I will land into the application, and then yeah, whatever I have the identity as identity user, so I get that role. Now let's look into the response and let's check this SAML response tab. So here if you can see, like let's scroll down. So first thing what you can see here, TS signature value. This is a digital signature value. That is basically application is, or sorry, PingFed is sending. First it's basically generate a SAML token, and in that response it is just attaching that digital signature. Maybe if you remember that we discussed in the digital signature section that the message plus digital signature application or the sender has to send the just send it to receiver, and then receiver will just it will just first it will just decrypt that with the public key, that signature part, and then just calculate the hash value, okay, and then yeah, it will just do a match of that. If you remember, like if you have any confusion, maybe you can watch that video, or like yeah, we can discuss again if there is anything. But yeah, that's the concept of digital signature. So here you can see in the response, you are getting the message along with you have a digital signature value. You have the X509 certificate. Sorry, you have the X509 certificate. This is basically a public key, basically that that you already sent to the receiver also. Okay, and now after this you have DS modulus here, and then you have other values, SAML status code, and then you have this yeah, okay. So here also you can see like you have certificate 0, certificate 1. Yeah, you have this embedded certificate in this response. So you have the digital signature value, and you have the X509 certificates. If you want to include this X509 certificate, you can enable that option in the PingFed to add that raw key. Otherwise, yeah, you can leave that. Again, it depends on the application to application. If they need, you can just enable that. If they don't need, no need to enable. You can simply pass the response, and it will just send along with digital signature. Okay. So these are the things, and let's this is a basic configuration, I think, but yeah, this is helpful. I think maybe it will help you in troubleshooting a few of the applications configurations, or maybe yeah, you can see that like once you start integrating the SAML application, maybe it will helpful. Okay, so now let's jump to the next section, and that section is with the encrypting part. We'll try how to encrypt the response with the public key of the Salesforce. Okay, so that part we can quickly discuss after this. Okay, thank you. If you have anything, please put in the comment section.